How do you assess the team's performance, even though you guys didn't get the win?
I think we stuck together somehow, and we fought. We didn't give up. I think the fourth quarter kind of showed what we should have done the other 3 quarters.
Look at this, take this one on the chin, see what we can do better, and then go from there.
I mean, we have to first take care of the starters, but then also we have to be able to not allow the bench to come in and to give those type of booster points and stuff like that. Kudos to them again. But again, I think it just has to do with us. I know we're way better than that. So like I said, we got to go back to the drawing boards of ourselves and then fix things.
I'd made my feelings clear in the locker room, but in the end, we've got to hold yourself accountable in how we showed up to the game and why, and then we work it out together. We have to continue to stay together. So that was my message. It's sometimes, we got smacked in the head, so how are we going to respond? So we have to, hopefully we get another chance to play them in the playoffs, but we weren't our best today. So let's learn and be ready for the next 2 games to finish the season.
We just needed a spark. We needed a pattern interrupt. We needed something to kind of get us going, and having the crowd behind us definitely helped, and I was trying to do whatever I could to kind of make something happen.
Coach, how do you assess the team's performance? You mentioned the Liberty kind of outplayed you guys for about 15 minutes. How do you assess the team's performance being up by as much as 26 points and they came back by 8, and the team was kind of able to just hold them off? How do you assess how they played?
I mean, it says a lot, right? It says a lot. It's it's an understatement to say that's a really good team. They have been the best team in the league, and we're on their floor in this tremendous environment. And we were up, as you mentioned, we were up 26. So, obviously we played great in that stretch, and we defended. And we got even better defensively, because they were shooting a high percentage. We came in at halftime, we talked about that. We had more places to go to get even better. And then, like you said, to have a team that wants to win as badly as they wanted to win, and the effort that they were giving and what we had to get through, knowing that, as he said, we were disappointed in some of our execution, and sometimes it can really unravel you and you can just lose your mind. And we did for a little while, but we had to find our footing and just win the game. We could talk about all the things that we can learn from later, but figure out a way to win the game, and we talked about that. Whatever just happened is done and over with. Win these next 3 minutes, next 4, whatever it was, and we were able to do that, and largely from the play of, obviously BC was terrific. Game ball to her tonight, she was just terrific, and Courtney Williams, her play was huge. When you have that at the top of the offense, and it was, they were forced to do some different things defensively because she was that good up there, and obviously Fee just being the Fisa Collier, opportunistic and big baskets. Misses one, goes right back up, tips it in. They just don't quit playing. So that's a hell of a win for us, no matter how we got here.
And you had 4 out of your 5 starters scoring double figures, but I also want you to just talk about Maisha's performance off the bench with the 12 points, 6 rebounds. She seems like a real X factor for this team off the bench. Can you just talk about her?
Well, you know what? She's so different than Lynn and Fee. Mai gives you this interior toughness, physical toughness. Likes to defend 5s, can defend 4s, scoring in the paint. That's something that we need. We need to be able to score in the paint, and Mai was able to be down there, just at a tough time, finishing over length, and so Mai's input off the bench, obviously really valuable for us.
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Coach, you complimented the Liberty several times. However, while they're one of the best teams in the league, you guys are one of the few who's gotten the best of them multiple times this season. Do you believe you guys just match up really well against them? And then overall, just how big is a win like this, and what type of momentum does that build heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think the teams are so similar in terms of, they shoot more threes than us, but in terms of how we play, they've got a little more interior scoring. But I think we're probably similar. I don't necessarily know that it's a matchup thing. We just have played confidently. And I think in terms of, I think you said how big of a win. Is that what you said? How big of a win? We're the number 2 team in the league, and we just played the number 1 team. And so we're really prideful about that, and our belief and our ability to be successful in every game that we play. It's a hell of a win. If you look at the season, you beat a team like New York, I've said this before, that's a super team. And we're not a super team, we're a collective. And, nobody gets that excited about players other than Fee. And so, It's true, you know, and we gotta, you know, they have to, they believe in each other, they believe in our collective. And there's more than one way to be successful. You can be a super team, or you can win collectively. And I love that that's the two best teams, to show there's different ways to do this thing.
I think it's really fun. I love when you have crowds like that and then you get to silence them, like with Courtney's huge block or BC's huge 3 or anything like that. So I think we feed off the crowd no matter if it's for us or against us. It's just really great to have all these fans, and it's almost more fun, honestly, in the opposing gym because the ability to silence all those people is just really fun.